Wow, but there's a lot of annoyed people out there in the booktubiverse these days. So I guess it's time for me to just join in. Hi everyone, I'm Suey, and I have been tagged by Melinda. Thank you, Melinda, for tagging me often, making me feel a part of this thing, yeah. And also by a brand new booktuber, Bookless Pete. Everyone go check him out. He's just getting started and he's ready to jump in and meet all the people. Thanks to Melinda. She got everyone all riled up and so annoyed by all the things because she did this video a while back of some things that bothered her in this industry. And I guess it was Kelly from Books I'm Not Reading. Yes, and she turned it into a tag, and now this tag is everywhere. Oh my word. My turn to do it. It's taken me a while to actually get a chance to film it, and it'll be a minute before I get it edited. And I'm probably just gonna put it up on Tuesday because Tag Tuesday, you know. And by that time, this whole annoying wave might have ridden itself out, so I'm probably late to the party, but here we go anyway. And also, I'm finding that everyone seems to be annoyed about the same things. So I don't know if I have a whole lot of new stuff to add. I'm just going to say ditto, ditto, ditto to mostly all these things. And also, I feel like there's not a whole lot of stuff that annoys me. Some stuff annoys me in other areas of life, but there's not a whole lot that annoys me about the book stuff, if that makes sense. But we'll see how this goes. Also, sorry for the gunk going on here. Came back from vacation with a lovely, lovely cold, but we're just ignoring that and going on with life, basically. Okay, here we go. These are the prompts that Kelly came up with, inspired by Melinda, and it is called the I'm So Annoyed tag. Do publishers ever do things that you find annoying? So everybody has mentioned the stickers that aren't stickers, those things that are part of the cover that are promoting somebody else's book club. And you know what? I guess I'm okay with them if it's Oprah's or Reese's, maybe. Because I kind of like to know what books they're talking about and I don't watch their stuff, you know? But this Jenna, yeah, where did Jenna's stuff go? But this Read with Jenna thing is all over everywhere. And since I moaned about this during my Christmas book haul and I was like, who the heck is Jenna? Who the heck is Jenna and why do I want to read with her?
Why do you have the authority to have your name on the cover,
Yes,
Jenna?
I don't understand this. I've since learned at least who Jenna is, but I still don't really care to read with her. I want to read with you guys. I want to read with, you know, my peeps here. And I want people to read with me. And I think that this is inspiring me to make my own sticker. Stay tuned. I really think I'm going to do this. I don't know if I'm going to stick it on anything, but I want a sticker that says Read with Suey. I really do. I can do that. But there's another one. Where was the other one? There was somebody else besides Jenna. Now I can't remember who it was. Katie or Kate or something. And I don't remember which book it was on at this point. There's more than just Jenna. There's a lot of them. I don't mind the prize winner stickers because I like to know what books won a prize after the fact too. So I guess that one's okay. So it all depends on what we think deserves the embedded sticker in the cover, right? Jenna and that other one, whoever it was, maybe they're not quite there yet. I don't know. It's goals to be cool enough that you deserve a sticker on a cover, right? The other thing that I think everyone agrees with is when publishers change up a book series and make things not consistent. We readers have some sort of gene, I think, that makes us want things to be consistent. We don't want the logos changing. We don't want the colors changing. We don't want the sizes of anything changing. We don't want movie covers. We want to stay with the original covers. And if you upgrade the covers, you better do it right. I don't know. See, for me, I guess those kinds of things aren't that terrible. I'm not a fan of movie covers, but movie covers aren't terrible if your whole set is the movie cover, right? Maybe? I don't know. See, we all want our whole sets, the whole series to match. I have one book in my Little House on the Prairie series that does not match, and it's bothered me since day one. I think we're all in agreement there that publishers shouldn't mess with the good thing that they came up with in the first place, right? Other than that, what do publishers do that bug me? I don't know, really. I have to think about that one some more, but I just agree with everything that everyone else has been saying. Have you ever been annoyed by a spoiler? Even something as simple as someone else telling you there's a great twist. Yes, I had this twist thing. It's true that if they say there's a twist, then you are like, dang, I guess I'm going to be looking out for a twist now. I understand. That's annoying for sure. And I am annoyed by spoilers, and I do tend to avoid reading blurbs on the back, blurbs on the flap, or even what do they call it when somebody else does a little thing? What's that thing called? You know, the little shout outs that other authors do for other authors. I forgot what it's called. Anyway, you know, sometimes you'll open up the page and the whole first page will be people saying how great that book is. And I tend to not read those until afterwards because sometimes those, even the one little sentence, has a spoiler. It is different though if it is a classic or an old book that you figure everyone has read. Then let's just talk about it. And if you haven't read it yet, that's your own problem. That is annoying if somebody hasn't read a popular or classic book yet. And you have to be wary of spoiling it for them. That's annoying. The book club is a hard thing because if we come to book club to talk about the book and people haven't read it, then you're like, dang, do I spoil it for them? But usually we say, sorry guys, we're going to talk about it. And then we still kind of beat around the bush a little bit, even at book club when should be allowed to talk about it. Then I'm still scared of spoiling it for somebody. But I still haven't figured out how to work around the whole spoiler thing in reviews. I feel like I'm doing okay in the reviews I'm doing without really spoiling the book. I'm pretty good with not spoiling, I think. Maybe sometimes I get real close, but I don't quite cross the line. So hopefully I'm not being too annoying that way. Have you ever been annoyed by what you've discovered in a Little Free Library or a book sale or a used bookstore? I haven't used Little Free Libraries enough to find anything weird or interesting there. Used book sales, I do a little bit, and like used books at bookstores. I think cool, fun little bookmarks, seeing what people have used for bookmarks, that might be in the book. That's kind of interesting to me. And also, this is kind of another question here, annotations somebody else has used in a used book, I find interesting. I'd like to know what stood out to other people. And it makes me want to do it, but I've never really done it. I can't do it. It's painful. But it also is cool at the same time. So I like finding that kind of stuff in a used book. Not a library book, for sure. That's in that other question. Not a library book. That's not your book. You don't write in a book that's not your book. The reason for writing in a book is to remember and have notes for yourself. So if you do it in a library book, that is so pointless. I don't understand why people even do that. I haven't found anything really interesting, really weird, but I actually find it cool to find some sort of memento from the previous person, as long as it's not gross. You guys keep talking about gross things. Yeah. Sometimes there's bees in a Little Free Library. I don't like finding bees in there, or spiders. Those are scary. Question about Little Free Libraries. I have been confused. Now, if you take a book from a Little Free Library, do you have to leave a book? Is it take a book, leave a book? Or is the idea that you can take a book? If you're just happen to be out and about and you see one and you check it out and there's a book in there you want, you don't have a book to leave, you can take one, right? That's legal with a Little Free Library? That's not being unethical or something? Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the policy is on that, but I always thought it was okay just to take one. I thought that was the whole point of them, and you don't necessarily have to leave one, right? You can leave them if you want, or you can gather them up and take them around to the ones that are nearby you when you can, maybe, but yeah, somebody clear that up for me. That'd be awesome. Also, I did want to mention, I always wanted one. My friend got one, and she's just down the road, so I feel weird, like, having one this close. But we also live on a cul-de-sac, and I feel like it's kind of pointless to have one on a cul-de-sac because people don't really pass by unless they're your neighbors, you know? I don't know if I'll ever get one. I'll just keep dreaming about it, I guess. When it comes to short story collections, are you annoyed if there's a novella in the middle of the collection? I don't read short story collections, so this one doesn't really apply to me. But I must say that I do enjoy novellas, and sometimes they stick novellas in between a regular series, and I'm fine with that. I think that's kind of fun. So yeah, I'm okay with the novellas, but I guess it would be annoying if all of a sudden there was a novella in the middle of your short stories. I don't know. Deckled edges. I don't understand why everyone finds deckled edges annoying. They are not annoying to me. They're kind of cool. People are falling down on both sides of this one like crazy. So put me in the category of, I don't know if I would say beautiful. I would just say interesting and different and unique. And I don't mind them at all. And it doesn't bother me with turning the pages. Turn the pages from the top or the bottom. Usually the deckled is only on the spine stuff. I mean on the edges, right? And the top and the bottom. I don't think it's deckled all the way over. I don't know. Do I have any deckled books right here? They don't bother me. Figure it out. You can turn the pages. Other people's annotations. We talked about this one already. I think it's interesting to see annotations in a used book, but not a library book. If there's a series or collection of certain kinds of books, like an imprint, and changes are made, are you okay or annoyed with it? I think I kind of answered this one in my first question too. Mostly these things don't bother me because I have only an inkling of that gene that I was talking about that readers have. Mostly I'm not bothered by inconsistencies in the books because I just think of them as things that I'm buying to read. I'm not necessarily thinking them as something I'm putting on the shelf to be beautiful. They look beautiful on the shelf, and if you have seen my craziness that's downstairs in my library, it is so chaotic and messed up that there's absolutely no way I could make it beautiful anyway. And so I kind of embrace the chaoticness of it. So if things are different or different sizes or different whatever, then I might be like, dang, what'd they go and do this for? And then whatever, you know? And I do have series where I've got hardbacks mixed up with paperbacks. I have really, really beat up used copies that we've loved and read, along with beautiful copies. My library is just all over the place, so I don't usually get too annoyed by that. But I understand the annoyance. Okay, how about that? Do the decisions of characters in a novel ever annoy you? Share the book and what decisions you found annoying. I just barely talked about Perks of Being a Wallflower, a book I really loved, but Charlie's decisions annoyed me. But that is the point of the book. That is the point of most of the books that we read, is where the characters are making stupid decisions and we're screaming at them from our reader point of view because we know better. We can see what's going to happen. And so that's just part of the reading experience. Do we not think so? I think almost every character that we read about, they're going to make decisions that make us crazy. So yeah, I'm annoyed by characters' decisions, and that's why I love reading, I guess. Crazy, I know. Are you ever annoyed by how someone organizes their books? So I just got through talking about how my book collection downstairs is crazy chaotic. I do organize them in genres and categories and alphabetize because I do want to find them. I see that most people answer this question and say the same thing. You need to be able to find your book. If your book is going to be like a library, you need to find it. My kids come and find books all the time. It is like a library. I've actually started making a spreadsheet that can keep track of what books that they have checked out. So that we need to be able to find it. So there is at least that sort of organization, but it is a mess. And there are books all over the place, this way and that. And it's because I don't have enough room. And I don't have enough room to put it on a shelf. I need to get rid of some books and maybe then I can make it pretty again. But it's never going to be pretty. That is the thing about my book collection, which I just said before. It will never be pretty, so I just am good with, I'm just glad to have the space to have shelves to have books, right? So that being said, I cannot really complain about how anybody else organizes their books. It doesn't annoy me unless they're just not taking care of them. Does that make sense? Like, take care of them at least. People have been mentioning the color-coded books. I'm agreeing with everyone here. It looks cool, but it is so impractical for a normal reader's standpoint. If you are more worried about looks, then go for it, I guess. Like a lot of people have been saying, that just shows that you are more about the looks than you are about the books. Oh, that is so clever rhyming that I just did. Share something bookish that you find annoying. Have people talked about dog earing? That's annoying. Don't dog ear. You can find something to use as a bookmark. things are everywhere that you can use for a bookmark. I do sometimes lay my books like this. That's bad. Sometimes I do it anyway. But mostly what I do is use this for a bookmark. So this would never lay out like this because there's this. There's this right there. It's perfect bookmark. Bookish, what else? What other bookish things? Cliffhangers are kind of annoying. Long series that never seem to end, kind of annoying. Authors that start a beautiful, wonderful series but then never finish it. That's very, very annoying. Authors who break all the rules and can get away with it. That's annoying. It's awesome and annoying at the same time. Authors who can write like a book a month. That's annoying. I don't get it. That's so not fair. I find it annoying that some people can read so many books in a year. Oops, I said it. And I can't. Is that bookish or is that readerish? Am I crossing the line here? Most of the things about the bookish world I love, and there's not a whole lot that I find annoying. Let's just say that. So hopefully you enjoyed my take on this whole let's all be annoyed wave. Shoot. I was gonna actually figure out people to tag because I cannot come up with it off the top of my head and I don't know who's been tagged. I feel like everybody's been doing this one. If you haven't been tagged and you're feeling left out of this whole annoying wave, then jump in. Just jump in and do it. Let us know what you're annoyed about. Or maybe you're not annoyed about anything. Maybe you're just like, everything's great. Have a great Tag Tuesday. And until next time, happy reading. Bye.